Hi guys, and welcome to a long and well overdue video where I am kind of rating Arsenal's transfer window because there is an argument that Arsenal did win the transfer window. I mean, you've got Liverpool that did end up getting Isak, they signed Hincapie, Florian Wirtz, Frimpong, Kirkez. Yeah, th there's arguments for both. If you to be honest, I think the firepower you go to Liverpool. I think with the actual value of money, I think you go Arsenal. I really do. Starting off with value of money, you've got Kepa. Considering he went to Chelsea for big, big bucks, we gone for 5 million. That's a steal. And I know people are going to say he's attitude or he isn't actually that good. It's a good backup considering. As I say, Chelsea paid absolute big bucks for them. Absolute big bucks. I would rate Kepa. I'd say 6.5. I think will he ever be the starting keeper? Not in front of Raya, in my opinion. But he's a good cup keeper. He's a good keeper in case, for God forbid, Raya gets injured. But Kepa is still a good signing for 5 million. That's just a steal. Um, Mosquera for 13 million. Obviously, I'm going to say the prices might be a little bit off, but they're there or thereabouts. 13 million pounds for Mosquera. You know what? Before they even kicked the ball at Arsenal, I would have closely said it's a five. Don't know an awful lot about him. It's about it. He's young, bit inexperienced. But you know what? Since seeing him come on at Anfield, have his first game at the Emirates, it looks like he's going to be set to start in the Champions League. I'm going to rate him an 8. I genuinely am. No, I'm going to rank it up an 8.5. I genuinely think Mosquera is such a hidden gem in this transfer window, considering how young he is. It's a new team, it's a new league, it's a new tempo from the Spanish league, and he's playing as if he's water off a duck's back. He doesn't care. He's so calm. He is so solid. He is literally exerting confidence, and you can see it into his partners, whether it's Timber or Gabriel or anybody. Just he's so good. 8.5. I'm sticking on 8.5. I was going to go up to a 9, but I think it'd be unjustified considering he's still early days. But an 8.5, I think that's fair. Christian Norgard, I am going to say it's a 6. I like Christian Norgard. I liked him at Brentford. I thought he was solid. I thought he commanded his midfield, and he is a good party backup. He really well party replacement should say. I would say it's possibly a Zubamendi. It's a Zubamendi kind of backup is what I would say. But considering he was Brentford's captain, one of their talismans in the midfield, we gone for 15 million, give or take. Like, that's a steal. My only problem is, as he is injured, which isn't good considering he hasn't really played any minutes for Arsenal at all. I think he maybe played a couple of games in preseason, but it's not. It doesn't look good when you come in and you're injured very quickly. I mean, that is the typical Arsenal thing to do. I mean, we experienced it with Wenger for long enough, so Arteta keep the tradition up, I suppose. But yeah, I'm going to say Norgard a 6. I think it'd be very hard to rate him a 5 or below. I genuinely think a 6 is fair. Then we go to Noni Madueke. Again, before he's even put on an Arsenal shirt, he's being ridiculed. We don't want him. He's a waste of money. He's not the player we want. He's going to play on the left. We're not going to get Eze. And he's been fantastic so far. I'd also say there was one game where he was quite quiet. He was a bit wasteful. But it is to be expected on your first game. Because in everyone's eyes, you're literally Saka's backup. That's how everyone was looking at you. I can tell you now, everyone knows the name Noni Madueke, and he is causing problems on that right hand side. 50 million as well. I think possibly could be too much. I think at this moment in time, I think 50 is too much. I generally think about 35 to 40 million for Noni Madueke would have been a fair amount. I think he possibly overspent a little bit on Madueke. But if he continues this run of form, getting the balls in the box, as I say, causing the havoc down the right hand side, I think he could be well above 50 million. If we're rating Gabriel Martinelli as 50 million, Madueke is showing he can do what Martinelli does on the left, on the right, but even better. I genuinely think I probably 7. I'm going to say a 7 rating out of 10. Madueke is a solid signing now from after he played a few games. Before then, you'd probably say it's about a 4, which would be very harsh. But that's football at the end of the day. Then Zubamendi. Zubamendi, I've been rating him for years. If you've been watching the channel since we started, I have been mentioning the name Martin Zubamendi for absolute ages. He is phenomenal. I cannot sing his praises higher, any higher, and I'd be putting up for Ballon d'Or. I'm not going to because I'm not going to go that high. But Zubamendi, he's just scored a brace at the weekend against Nottingham Forest. He is commanding in his midfield. He is fantastic. The only bit you can possibly say is he gets a bit bullied sometimes, but when he does get pushed off the ball, he springs back up and he's back into action. He's back into position. He's back defending. He's picking up the ball and he's going forward. What we want to see as Arsenal fans. We want the ball high up the pitch. We want our midfielders to take the ball on, take their man on, and get up that pitch. And he exactly does what it says on the tin. Mendy is one of the best midfielders in the world. I'm not shy of saying that. Martin Zubamendi is world class. He just is. I am going to rate it at 8.5. Considering Liverpool are going to sign him, and you can say Arsenal stole him or whatever. Whatever happened, Liverpool didn't sign him, Arsenal did, and what a great signing he is and will turn out to be. I have no doubt about that. I will save the best for last, really, and I'm going to go with Victor Gyökeres. Victor Gyökeres is going to be one of those players that's going to get stick the whole season, where if he even goes a game without scoring, oh, why have he signed him? He's absolutely useless. Da, 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 da. Well, you know what? He's doing what he needs to, right? In 4 games, he scored 3 goals. He is scoring the goals that he needs to. He doesn't need to be flashy. He doesn't need to be scoring the bicycle kicks, the Rabonas, the back heels, the little tiny, cute little flicks. He doesn't need that. He needs to be in the 6 yard box, in the middle of the penalty area, and waiting on that ball coming in. And with the next one I'm going to mention, the balls will be flying into those areas where he is going to tap it in. You saw it against Nottingham Forest. He was where he needed to be to tap it in. How many times were we watching last season and thinking, right, if only we had a player that just was at the 6 yard box and tapping these goals in. Gabriel Jesus doesn't do it. Kai Havertz doesn't really do it. He started to a little bit, but he wasn't prolific in it. Gyökeres, that is his thing. He scores the goals, and that's what we've been wanting. I am going to rate Gyökeres a 7.5. I think a 7.5 is fair. If it's any higher, it would need to be scoring every game and getting involved every minute, every set piece, every part of play. He isn't, but he's doing what he needs to. So a 7.5 is fair. But I'm going to tell you now, with Madueke on the right, even Saka on the right, Wanyeri, Martin Odegaard, Eze, who I'm about to mention, Martinelli, Trossard, he's going to get service. He is going to get the ball and he's going to score an absolute abundance of goals. Sorry, he is going to get more than 20. He will be in the race for Golden Boot. Click that, put it on TikTok, put it anywhere. I do not care. He will be in the race for Golden Boot. I have no doubt. And going on, Eberechi Eze, the man we were crying out for weeks, absolute weeks. It looked like he was coming. It then looked like, unfortunately, we were looking at other people, other wingers, other midfielders. Then Spurs start sniffing around, and whatever reason, possibly Havertz being injured with his knee and possibly out for quite a while. Arsenal s snapped them up, absolutely chomped at the bit. Went Eze, do you want to go to straight Heartland? Absolutely not. Do you want to play at the Emirates? Absolutely. He's came back home. Eberechi Eze is an 8 signing, an 8 out of 10 signing. Absolutely. He is phenomenal. I think there's going to be games where he is quiet, but I think he is going to be so creative and he's going to cause so many problems if he does play on that left hand side or whether it's in the middle. I think he'll play that free roam role. I think he'll pick up the ball wide and he'll drift on in, or he'll take it down the line against Nottingham Forest, cross the ball, fit it across goal, and either Victor Gyökeres, Noni Madueke, Declan Rice, Miko Moreno even, somebody to tap it in. Eze will get more than 10 assists this season. Again, I have no doubt in that. I genuinely think Eze is one of those jewels that we've been crying out for, that creative player where he can play in the middle, he can play on the left, he can play absolutely anywhere and be a menace. I genuinely think this would be one of the best transfer windows Arsenal has done that I can remember, if I'm being honest. Um, I was very excited when he signed Mesut Ozil. I think that was such a great signing. But considering the amount of talent we have signed for the price we did, is one of the best that I have witnessed being an Arsenal fan. It genuinely is. I think you get your star striker that you've been trying out for years since Arteta joined. You've got your backup in Mosquera for centre back, who's been phenomenal. You get your midfielder backup with Christian Norgard. You get your commander in Zubimendi. You get your backup keeper in Kepa for 5 million. 5 million is a steal, by the way. Like that is mental every time I say it. I genuinely think Arsenal's transfer window is an 8.5. Take that back. Arsenal's transfer window was a 9. I think they would have needed to go out and get a Rodrigo or a Nico Williams or another high class winger for it to be a 9.5 or a 10. That extra step, that little bit of a step. But I think a 9 out of 10 is definitely worthy for those signings, for that price that we've paid. And I know what people are going to say. You've spent over £1 billion under Arteta. It will all be worth it if we win the league. And you know what? You don't really hear City fans complaining with the amount of trophies that they've lifted under Pep Guardiola. You know what I mean? I genuinely think this is a title winning team, and we just needed to put the players in the puzzle together. And I think we finally cracked it. I could be wrong. I have been known to be wrong. I don't think I am though. I really don't. I think we'll go all out for the Premier League this season. We'll go far in the Champions League. I think we'll even win the FA Cup. I really do. If Arteta has any intent of winning anything, he has got the squad now. He needs to be brave. He needs to make the hard decisions. But I believe he will in the end. And with the players that he has got, we will have a great season. I genuinely think a 9 out of 10 is very much worth it. If you do believe in what I'm saying, give it a quick like. If you don't, comment below. Tell me I'm a prat. Tell me I don't know football. I don't really care about that. I care about your opinions on football, on the transfer window. Even if it's you think Spurs had a better transfer window getting Xavi Simons over Eze, fair enough. Comment that. I do not care. But this is Arsenal's 9 out of 10 transfer window, and I'm very excited for the rest of the season.